Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining the gift call of Advanced Money Workbook. And I wonder how many of you have actually done the foundation, and I hope you have done the foundation at least once, and Money Workbook 5 times. Once, it's okay to be facilitated. Rest 4 times, you can do it on your own, so that we can get on to a call called Advanced Money Workbook. And if you've done the basic money workbook, you'll realize that if your life has shifted with money, if it hasn't, guess what? Where you left it with money workbook, you're going to pick it up from there, and it is going to address a lot of areas of money which are in the hiding, or which you're not aware of, which you're not even willing to know whether what is stopping you from having that money and ease with money in your life. So, and you know what? I just feel I'm talking to blank walls because nobody has their videos on. So I don't know whether I'm talking to you, whether you're listening to me or not. Hi, thank you so much for coming coming live on online. So
I've just come out of my shower. I don't want to scare anyone, so that's the reason I'm off.
I don't know. Yeah, but nobody is
I don't
gonna.
look scary enough.
No, you
You're not
don't.
scared? Okay,
I
then
mean,
I will stay
if
online.
you said that you've taken a shower, we wouldn't even know, you know?
No, look at my hair. I'm looking.
No, you're not. And all the judgments you
I'm,
have of you, and all the
I'm all
judgments.
cozy in my blanket.
You look
But
I'm all
very
cozy in my
happy.
blanket.
that's
You
absolutely
look.
okay. See, the best part about Access is there is no form structure. You can just sit, lie down, be in your shower, and you can still attend this because you know you're receiving it, aren't you?
May I just say something?
Yes, please.
I'm so super glad that you're doing this because I've done the money workbook and I've been repeating every month and every day when I'm really, feeling pissy, for lack of better words, when I'm really pissed, what I do is I take the 13 questions and I write answers. Okay.
That,
Something shifts and change.
that is it. That is some, yeah, because see, where are you stuck with your idea that money is difficult and money you can't have and you have to struggle for it and you can't have it because you don't know what it looks like. So all your point of view about how difficult it is to have money, you have to pot and pock that with the basic. With basic, few things that you get is I am power, I'm creativity, um
Control and
I am control, and I am money. So
yeah.
when you thank you, Nishta, for joining. How are you? Okay, no, this is Priyanka. Sorry, she looks so much like Nishta. Hi, Priyanka.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good, and this looks so beautiful. You just almost give a reflection of Nishta in your picture that you
Yeah,
have.
you.
Yeah,
And in it was clicked for her.
it was click for her. Yeah, it's quite a nice picture. So since it's a gift call, I can't really go dive into the chapters. But I would like you to know that there is so much more that you can receive with Advanced Money Workbook. There are only questions because it's not about logic. You are getting stuck with the logic of how can I make money? Suppose you're a housewife and you've not been working. So you think that you don't have the confidence? No, but you have the choice of creating money because you can create money out of anything. Do you remember COVID times when people were sitting at home and they got ideas and they created new businesses? There's so many new things that came up. And people who were stuck with their business or the idea that they had, this is only how I can make money, were the ones who were really stuck. What if you are the source of all possibility, and you do not have to make it significant, and all the limitations you have chosen regarding money, would you kind of allow them to kind of dissipate and go away? Because what if you did not buy your limitations as true and real? So it's about getting free from those limitations that say that you can't have the money, or I am not capable of creating money. I can't. I don't know how. And you want somebody to tell you how to create money while you already, the very fact that you're attracted to these things or money or the workbooks and everything, which means you have a deep desire to have money in your life and you are the source. So what if I did not have to tell you how and you already knew? And it is not about the logic of how you have to create it. You can, if you choose to have it. Money is a choice to have money. Okay, it's you. Money comes to those who are willing to have it. The only thing is, half of you will say, "I can't ask. I don't want to ask this person. I don't want to do this," and you have your same good up and it keeps you away from having money, right? What if it's not about being ashamed of having money or being greedy? People judge you that, oh, you're so money minded. Interesting point of view to that. People who call you money minded are the ones who know what money minded is, and so they would be having that. We judge others for who we are. So this workbook is actually designed to give you freedom from those limitations over and over again, and those limitations that you were not even aware of. And then you're like, wait a minute, that's such a stupid point of view that I'm hanging on to. So why would you choose a limitation? For what reason? And what are your hidden agendas? And what are your secret agendas for not having abundance and having money in your reality? And you can choose it. And there is no judgment regarding that. So, with advanced money workbook, there will come a time where you just probably answering one. I mean, we would require you to answer 10. When there's a question, have 10 answers. But there are times when you would have none, and still something is shifting. There's this one person who came into my advanced money workbook, and she was not getting an answer for any, and she just had one answer all throughout. Trust me, she was I thought that maybe she's not receiving it. She was the maximum, she shifted with advanced money workbook. So she created a center, she created abundance of clients, she created a beautiful reality for herself with money. So what if it was not about logic, and you could allow your mind to kind of float and not hold it, right? Yeah, just a second, yeah. So because if you're trying to find sense and logic into something, according to this reality, it has nothing to do with actually what's going on with you. So I can't do this because that is a lie. And those are only excuses, reasons, and justifications for why you wouldn't have what you choose to have. So, and what if there would be many such questions you would have similar answers to, but you are again looking at things from a logical perspective. And money is never logical. Have you seen those people who have a lot of money and you're like, why are they having so much and you don't? And you're so educated and so intelligent and so out there, you know things, right? You trust yourself for having that knowledge, but you don't have the money. You only have the intelligence and the education and everything, but not the money. So is money really logical, people? Anybody? Is it logical? And has your logic ever allowed you to create abundance in your life? If I do this, then I can have this. You set your limitations that, okay, how much money do I require for this? 30,000. Okay, fine. 30,000, I will just create that much. You never ask for more, do you? And what if you allow yourself to ask for more? Because somewhere deep down, you've already decided that you can't have it. Oh, I would like to have a lakh of rupees a month, And then deep down, there's a voice telling you, you're not going to get it. You're not worthy of it. You need to struggle hard for it. You can't have ease with money and everything that brought up. Please let that go. Who does it even belong to? Because sometimes while you were growing up or otherwise, or you've seen other people's realities with money and you thought this is how it has to be. So if you keep looking out for a logical awareness, there is none. I'm sorry. There is none. And this book is not going to help you achieve that. Because you have to recognize that you are the source and that is what is true for you. And you don't have to find any sensible answer. I'm not looking at some sensible answer. There's not a moral science class going on, right? You trying to give me ethical answers. You trying to give me, I'm such a good person. I never think about stealing money from people. I'm so nice. No, but then we're not asking you to go steal. But what we're just saying is, can you allow yourself, for this to be a little lighter, right? And you keep seeking validation from the outside. What if money is not about receiving validation. And everywhere you're not willing to go beyond your family or go beyond your friends, because then they may not like it and you may want to disown them and you don't want to be alone. So you'd rather not have the money. How many of you find yourself saying, I don't work for money, it's okay? And it's not about that. You don't work for money. Would you like to have the money? But if you're kind of disregarding money, would you really think that money would come to you? I'm assuming you said no because nobody is talking, but anyway. So if you really are asking for taking your monetary reality to a different level, you will have to keep answering these questions. And there are 9 chapters in this where you will realize that, oh my God, you haven't really paid attention to the dynamics of what money is and how can you create it. There are people who are creating money out of shit. You never thought that you could sell shit because you're a very nice person. I know that. Very good person. And you only want money through good sources, not wrong sources, not bad sources. Yeah. Anybody who wants to ask a question, please feel free to ask. So there's a different way of creating your financial reality, which is going to be beyond the way people are creating in this reality. So could you write down all your answers as to what are you refusing to be if you choose to be that? Would change your entire world, entire reality with money. So having done that, the basic money workbook, if you've done 4 or 5 times, even yourself, doesn't matter. And you will, each time you'll not remember what you answered the previous time. But if that energy is still sticking to you, you know that you can dissipate it and change it. There are layers and layers of limitation because, you know, how many lifetimes you've been coming and living the same reality in a different bottle? And you're like, oh, this doesn't leave me. This is so me. What if I tell you none of it is you and everything is you? You are everyone, everyone is you. So the fact is that you need to keep practicing these questions over and over again to know where you stand. You know, we are so afraid of even asking for more, as if that's some kind of wrongness or a blasphemy that you're going to be doing. You would, you know, there have been participants who would like, who would not even ask this question, what will it take for me to have more money than God? Because you don't think you're God. You don't have the God force energy, do you? You think that God has to be perfect. It has to be very, very, you know, aligned and, you know, very, very patient and all of those. And you're not clean enough to be God force, right? Everything that is. Blah. Who does it belong to? You want to ask something, Lazuna? No. Okay.
Now, just saying, you know, I've done the advanced money work also once, just 2 years back. And after that, I just not touched the book. You know what I mean? I just couldn't go there. I'm like, okay, how to become money work was all right. But advanced is a little there, kind.
Because it is
So
very
love-
it is very intimidating, it's confronting, it is in your face. And are you willing to go to that level that, yes, I am ready to change my reality with money? Because each and every question will be, you know, you'll be diving deeper within you. But where am I holding myself back?
Yeah.
Sometimes you may not have answers to the question also. That is how those questions are designed. Because you need to gain clarity for yourself that, okay, fine, this is where I am and this is where I would like to go. Now, if you're really asking for the how, then Advanced Money Workbook gives you that open platform to start receiving you yourself in totality, because you are the source. So where are you not willing to have too much money in your life? Because a lot of people say, oh, that's too much. I have to be too much. No, I'm not willing to be too much. So you'll cut down your thing, your being in a way that, okay, this is what people can receive me for. So, okay, I'm going to only be this. So all your presumptive realities, creating need of reactive realities, that people are not going to receive you if you're going to be too different, right? You can have a creative, enormous life, amazing life, but you are not willing to receive it. Why? Because in order to receive, you have to willing to be. And what are you not willing to be? That you're just simply pretending to be. And if you're pretending, then you're not receiving. So if you could just ask a few questions, it'll be easier for me to kind of contribute to you. But what is true receiving? Can anybody kind of throw light on that? What is true receiving? It's about
You don't have any judgment about it. Any judgments about who is giving, what is giving, how it's given. Any of those questions. Yeah.
It's about receiving information in totality and not coming to a judgment.
Yeah.
Not fixing your judgment. Okay, this is how it is. You're not willing to be, that keeps you from receiving the entirety of the whole thing. The good, bad, and ugly. You can receive it all, but you wouldn't, because you're going to stop it. That no, this is called being corrupt. This is how it is. Look at Access. They're increasing their price so much. They just, I think they don't have money. They are this, they are that, da 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 da. But coming to think of it, Access is addictive, whether you like it or you don't.
So,
Then you
Kavita, when we ask for fully paying clients, is that also not a judgment? And
no.
can we just not ask for clients?
You just simply ask for clients. Why would you ask for fully paying clients? You just simply ask for clients, right?
Yeah,
To
so
show
that's
up.
creating a judgment, right? If we are asking for fully paying clients, is it?
No, you're just demanding that people come with money in their pocket straight away. That's it. You're not asking, you're not judging that as a thing. So, there'll
Okay,
be people. So clients will come and they will negotiate. They will probably ask you for discounts or whatever and all.
right,
And the minute you offer them discount, they still won't choose it.
right.
And what if you could just simply ask, hey, what, could you send somebody, those kind of clients are willing to receive my services without negotiations.
Right.
So that's not a judgment. That is simply your art, that you would
Okay.
prefer to have people who have the money. So when I was doing other modalities, there was a friend of mine who said that you willing to work at the grassroots level. I said no, because I myself was at a grassroots level. And I didn't want to work at the grassroots, because grassroots would mean a lot of charity.
Yeah,
You can do charity when you have enough.
right.
Energetically, yes, I was willing to contribute, but not monetarily. But if I was energetically being there, present, helping the grassroots level, my time would go in that, and I would not be able to ask for too much money.
Hmm.
So that. So if you're willing to be all money, you're willing to, and if you're willing to be all control, if you're willing to be all power, if you're willing to be all awareness, you can actually allow yourself to be totally different and have the money. And have no point of view about it, no judgment regarding that. So, yeah, all those definitions that you have, that this is how it has to be, you have to let that go. Yes. You were saying something, Nitima?
No, that's it. That's what I was asking.
Okay. Right, Chitali. So, yeah. So, what have you defined money is that it isn't? Or what have you defined that I am not the person who can have money? Because while you were growing up, were you told that only boys can have more, or you're a woman and you need to get married and you will get the money? And so there are so many women who just get married to rich guys and they get the money anyway. And if you thought that you want to marry a rich guy, guess what? You'll have a rich guy who will not give you the money. And then you're like, he's got so much money, but he's not giving it to me. So all of that, your power struggles with money. And money is all about receiving. It's got nothing to do with your points of view. It's about you allowing yourself, hello, come on, could I have the money now, please? It's about that. We're not saying go and fool people, but we're simply saying, are you willing to con people? In the beginning, when I started out with Access, I was not willing to con people, because here in Access, we don't give guarantee that this is going to change, because the person will hold you by the neck and say, you said it's going to change, but this hasn't changed. They will be unwilling to look at all those areas which have changed. But because you said this is going to change, they wouldn't want to see anything else because it doesn't match their judgment. So I was afraid of even giving that guarantee. But there is a disclaimer that even doctors and hospitals kind of get you to sign. It's not our responsibility. We're going to give it a shot. So what if you could be that? Are they fooling you? No, they're just being honest in the beginning that the person can get better, may not get better, because we're into the field of healing. So you have to recognize this is the business of healing. This is not, I will only heal people and not, ask for money, because money is just a byproduct. Universe, God is watching me and I'm so good as a person. Money will fall into my lap. Fuck you. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that. You will have to ask, could I have the money now, please?
Yeah, and then some clients just back off, and they don't reply back when you tell them your fees.
But that's okay. Are you willing to lose people who are not willing to come at your cost?
Yes. Mhm.
Because they wouldn't. There would be some who would. Everybody cannot afford a Gucci, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And everyone can't have a Coach bag either, and that's okay. And they don't mind having a true copy of it. But there are a lot of people who are different, and that there is an entire market available for them as well.
Yeah.
So what if you did not have to judge yourself for that? You don't want to come across as a ruthless person who's going to be demanding money, or else you're going to leave those kind of people.
No, I felt very nice asking for money.
Yeah, for this. But then if you look at Access, when Access, pricing, and oh my God, Access, what is Access doing? Ah, so it's actually pressing your buttons that are you willing to create and go beyond your comfort zone of misery of not creating
Hmm.
that. Because if you have to give them the money and to hold on to your licenses, would you not want to outcreate where you are right now? And only those will be able to sustain who are willing to step up. And for that, you will have to be demanding. And what if you could duplicate that energy that Access has and be there for yourself? You want to do charity, keep a day in a month where you're doing charity. That's okay.
Hmm.
But you're not really encouraging those people to step up and create more. Because are they really going to value your charity?
Nah, I don't think so.
No, nobody does.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it for free, and then this free stuff is lying somewhere in the house. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's okay, it's gone bad. Throw it.
Yeah.
That. And you are very nice in doing things for free. I'm not making you wrong. I've done that too. But
Hmm.
the thing is that would you like to change that and have ease and more abundance with money? So also, are you going to go beyond the doubt that you have that you cannot justify the amount that you're spending because you don't know how to create? What if you're creating each and every moment, each and every day with everything you choose? It's not showing results right now immediately. So immediately when you do this book and you're not able to create and you're like, oh, this is all rubbish, I don't want to do that. But trust me, you are creating, and the seeds are sown. You will be able to rise. You will be able to see the tree of abundance in due course of time. Some people, while the money workbook is on, they start creating immediately because they start applying it, and they know they can have it.
So,
We
what's the difference of doing the money workbook with a facilitator and doing it yourself?
basic money workbook once with a facilitator will give you the perspective, which is slightly different, and then
Okay.
you do it yourself. That's no problem. But advanced money workbook, you would like to receive that facilitation because it is English, but it is the English that you don't know. I mean, it's simple English, but you still don't get it because the energetics are very different.
Okay.
And also, would you don't want to be called a fraud, or you don't want to be called a con artist or whatever. So you want to give your genuine, stuff to people. But guess what? If they have to judge you, they will still judge you.
Yeah.
And you are in a space of avoiding and defending that I want to be only good and not bad. People make amazing movies, and then there are people who judge them for being very good or very bad because they did not get what they were asking for in that movie, right?
Right.
So you're going to be too good, still you're going to be judged. So rather be judged while you're being you. That I would like to have this kind of money. You want to, I'll do it with less people, but this is my cost.
Hmm.
And what if nothing is right or wrong? You just have to make a choice. Because, we humanoids are very happy with appreciation.
Absolutely. Like 100%.
Money doesn't matter. You have the appreciation. I'm done. I don't think I need anything more. Yes, bye.
I'm trying to reach there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kavita, my question is, when I was charging, I was quoting a particular amount for a session. People straight on say, so steep,
Yeah.
and then कुछ business नहीं, okay? And then you kind of rethink, यार मैंने ज़्यादा तो नहीं बोल दिया, मैं इसको कम करूँ क्या? Should I bring it down to? Yeah. So
Yeah,
that confusion.
So when you increase your price, there will be some people who will not come to you. And there will be some people who will sow a doubt in your universe that you're charging too much. Right?
Especially non-access people.
Correct. And you just simply tell them, hey, you want people who can do it at a lesser cost and have those numbers and give it to them.
Okay.
Let them go.
Okay.
And then they will realize that, okay, there are some shops when you go for shopping, they write fixed price. Okay? Returns.
Right.
So and there'll be maximum number of people because they know that they're not going to get conned with the pricing out there.
Okay.
But the minute you're going to be changing your pricing or be irrational, whatever, and you let them judge you for charging too much. Everywhere you're not willing to receive that judgment that you charge too much. And the whole thing is you're a premium brand. Why would you not?
Awesome.
It's your energy that you just being there can change things. And if you're not willing to acknowledge that, why should anybody come and pay you that kind of money? That's about that's about not doubting your universe. And everywhere when they come in your universe, they have a lack. And then you pick up their lack and then you start doubting yourself. You've already healed them while you've spoken to them, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They go and they're going to talk to 10 people, Payal is charging so much, So
Yes.
it's publicity, but not in a positive way. But there'll be some people who'll be like, I know your price is too high, and it doesn't matter. I don't mind. I will pick it up.
Okay.
That's why any publicity is good publicity.
Is good publicity. Plus, if you had no judgment of it, you will allow people to come to you. But the only thing is, if you start judging how much you're charging, people won't come to you. Right? So it's about, where do you see yourself? Like, I mean, which brand do you associate with? Are you a jewelry brand? Are you going to really, because you can't go down on a particular pricing, right? If the jewelry is for 5,000, for example, you got to sell it at 10 or 7 or 8. That you have to see that my margins are this much. I'm sorry, I can't do anything, right? And that same thing goes with energy work. You are really putting a price to the energy that you're being in that moment. And if it is lesser, you just simply say, I'll give less of energy. Are you willing to have that? And if you are, okay, fine, we'll do it at a lesser cost, but I'm not going to give a good session. I'll finish it off in 30 minutes. Are you okay with that? that. So you can
Thank
also
you.
ask a question. Yeah, you can also ask a question, what should I charge that people can receive my session?
Amazing. Yeah, I'll try that. Okay.
Because you're not willing to charge what they can receive.
Can you repeat that question once again, please?
What would I have to charge in order for people to receive my sessions? Or what I have to give?
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Most welcome. So mostly it is about, the definitions of money that keep you away from having money. Money would like to come to you, but would you really like to have it is a question. And a lot of people would have a question, how can a book or how can a money workbook give me money? But yeah, because when you are there with a facilitator for close to 3 months, like you're just kind of facilitating and talking, and where you're stuck, those are the barriers that you have that will start melting away. You would like to charge more, but you don't think that people are going to give it to you. Really? How much of a superior cunt are you being if you tell yourself that people don't have the money to give me, so I need to give them discounts? You're already judging people that they don't have the money and they won't give it to you. So you need to let that go. Rather than saying that I am doing the session, I know they will give the money. And they will come to me with the money in the pocket. Right? So, yeah, so ask me a question.
This advanced workbook shop will go for 3 months, around 3 months, right?
Yeah, it goes close to 3 months, yes.
And it's a weekly call, like, or twice,
Twice a week.
twice.
And
Okay.
once the group is formed, then we kind of play around with that. Sometimes, if everyone's there around, we kind of identify what time works for all.
And we get the recordings forever, right? Okay. That's nice. That's okay.
Yeah. What else would you like? We start sometime next week. This is this is a gift call where we just talking about advanced money workbook and how amazing and how potent it is. Anything that you're asking for starts getting created. Trust me on that. I've done it a couple of times.
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Any questions do you have? So you believe in a fortune, but you have a judgment of having a fortune, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they say, people say like, do the how to become money workbook and things change. And you say that advanced money workbook will change. Is it so much difference between,
It is a lot of difference with, because the basic is just basic. Basic changes a lot. Of course, we say that if you do it 100 times, your money reality would change for all eternity. That's a basic money workbook. But when you come to advanced money workbook, there are layers and layers and layers and layers. It's a different energy altogether. Completely. Because there is more of discussion that is going to come. There are questions. Like some chapters have 14, some chapters have 5, some chapters, no, 9, some chapters have 7 questions. But those questions are very intimidating. You wouldn't know what to answer. And then he's sharing a lot of examples and a lot of participants, where they were and where they could go. So it gets you into the more of asking more questions. That's why we say that if you've done the foundation, only then can you do a advanced money workbook. Otherwise, you will not comprehend what they are saying. It's a very different energy, different language, how to use the tools. It is putting the tools into action so that you can have the money. So different, yes. The book itself is very different because you're reading more. You're not reading it as a because that's more of a transcript of a class, right? Where the Rasputin and student is talking to each other. In this, no, he's just telling you and then asking you. And then lots and lots and lots of clearings in advanced money workbook. It's about a choice. It's about a possibility that you will start creating. And if you don't make a choice, nothing changes. Choice gets you started on the journey of changing things so that you can have a different reality with everything that you desire, including your body. The best part about advanced money workbook, it gets you closer to your body. You start listening to your body more. And if you have a relationship with you, you will have a relationship with money and everything around that you would like to have a relationship with. Yes, Neeti.
So I have a question, not exactly related to this, but you said choice, so I remember. So how's this choice? Earlier it was choice of possibilities. Now it's the COP, not CFP, right? So how is it different? Can you just a little bit give an idea first?
So we are giving you choice so that you can have the possibility. That is choice for possibilities. Choice
Okay.
possibility that, I mean, that's what Gary plays on with words. So it's about,
Okay.
so off is that, okay, you choosing it, it's for you to choose it and you can keep creating out of that. But this is a CFP is for possibilities, not of
Mhm.
possibilities.
Okay. And I have one money related question. Supposing if we have lost some money when doing this workshop, we can use tools and methods. No, obviously, we won't get it back from the source where we lost it, but maybe some other source we can get more amount or, let's see.
Wait, you already obviously concluded that you can't have it from the same person. So first of all your presumptive realities, please, you have to let that go. And
Yes.
what if you can? And you're not dependent on that source. You can also create many other sources where you can have more money.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with, oh, this can or this cannot. We're going beyond that so that we become absolute space. And in that space, you can have anything come in.
Oh, no judgments, no presumptions, nothing.
How does it
Yes.
matter that you get it from the same person after 2 years, 3 years, few months? Who cares?
That person is disappeared. Wow.
Yeah, so what if that person could reappear? And if not, then okay, my money, my universe, I would like to have this money with ease. Go
Mhm.
from wherever it comes. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're not dependent on that money or that person. Because
Right.
suppose you're waiting for some inheritance, you're not waiting any longer for anything that once this will come, then that will happen. You start
Right.
creating. So you're not waiting, you're creating.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for asking questions. Anybody else? So what will
So
it
how
take?
many times should we do the basic workbook before jumping onto the advanced money workshop?
Typically 5 times, but
Okay.
there are people who've done it once and alongside they've done it like 4 times themselves, and then they've hopped on to an advanced money workbook.
Okay.
Because that's when you will realize, because a lot of people forget the tools of basic tools. I am power, I am money, they just forget the basic tools and they just jump onto the advanced, and then they say that advanced did not work. And that's simply because it didn't work because you've forgotten your basics. It's about, if you don't know how to multiply, can you really do astronomical calculations? You cannot, right? So it's about knowing your basics and then getting on to the next level.
Okay.
And obviously access is something, when you came to when you did your bars class the first time, could you remember all the tools? No. It was a constant repeat and swaps and then attending calls and everything, and that was like more like a reminder. Oh, this is interesting point of view. Oh, okay, fine, I need to pod and pock this. Now it becomes a part of your vocabulary, your language, and you start it's like a different kind of a wiring that's going on. And that's the reason that you kind of go back to it and then receive and then come back and create. And then you forget again till it becomes a part of you, part of your reality. It's a different language of the universe, something that this reality is not aware of. And because we maximum part of our time is spent with this reality, we tend to forget. And hence, if you are with a facilitator, it just takes you to a different journey. A facilitator is willing to contribute if you're willing to receive and get empowered with the subject of money. I was a science student. I jumped into arts after that, but I was told that we in our family only do jobs. We can't do business because nobody has done business in my family. My mom's side was all business family. But then you were always afraid to do business because you know that you're only going to make mistakes and you're not going to make money because you don't know how to manipulate, you don't know how to con people, and blah, 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 blah. Whatever interesting points of view and definitions you had about what money is and what business is. And when I started out with healing, it was the toughest thing to ask for money. But coming from that point and erasing all those interesting points of view of your family, where they told you that you cannot, you realize that you can. Oh, this is business of healing. So after a couple of years of access, because I've been in access for 10 years, so a couple of years of access, I realized, oh, we're doing business of healing. And that's okay. You're charging for the energy you be. How many of you are in gratitude of the energy you be? And how many of you are in allowance of being everything you are? And have no judgments regarding that. The day you kind of lose your patience or your anger with your close people, they're going to judge you, right? Are you going to judge yourself that I lost patience with my own child or my family and blah, 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 and a lot of anger? I still know I've not been able to change myself. And then so many other judgments that come along with it. Would you allow yourself to be? Yeah, but the topic of self-love is quite adulterated, you know. A lot of people don't know what self-love is. What if it could be 5 levels of intimacy with yourself? And that is self-love. Because love is a distractor implant, right? As per Access. And love teaches you how to control. Love teaches you to have judgments. So, and if you're doing self-love, guess what you're doing? I just am playing with the words out here and the meanings that we know. So love doesn't really create greater, does it? No. But honoring does, gratitude does, allowance does, absolute vulnerability with yourself does. Trusting yourself is the biggest thing that you can give yourself as far as self-love is concerned. Trusting that you can fail too and make mistakes. So-called mistakes, because there's nothing called mistake. If you choose something and it doesn't work for you, maybe something else is required. And what if you did not have to judge yourself for that? Oh, I wasted my money. Are you willing to waste your money? The question is that. And you'll have a strong resistance coming there. No, I'm not willing to waste my money. Because for every dime you spend, you would like to recover. As if you are that, merchant of Venice, you will want to extract every pie from the person that you've given your money to. What if you know that you're receiving way more than that? Just because you're not getting A for an A or B for an B, it doesn't matter. You're getting actually way more. So everything that doesn't allow you to be present with your money flows or money reality and everything, kind of just let that go. Everyone is gone offline. It's okay. It seems you guys are already fried.
No, we're listening.
Question? I know you're listening. You're not asking questions.
I have a question.
So that's it about. Yes, please.
So how can what do I do so that I don't go into this lull? You know what I mean? So there are days when I'm super joyful, super powerful. I think I can move the world. And then comes a phase. I'm like, oh, what to do now? Or, you know, what is this?
What if you did not have to do and you just could relax? And when you relax is when you start receiving more. We are so averse to relaxing and just being in that moment and working on ourselves. Suppose you're a healer and you can just start working on yourself in the time that you have created for yourself. You feel that you've been working like for 20 days, a month, and you're like so exhausted on the 21st day. Would you not allow yourself to get into exhaustion? Exhaustion is when you're doing things, you're becoming a doo-doo head. If you're having fun, would you get exhausted?
I won't.
No, no.
You're giving away a part of you, it seems. What if you did not have to? If it's not fun, don't do it. And then allow yourself to go and enjoy and have fun and then come back to it and like, hey, actually, I like it so much. And then start because you will be refreshed, rejuvenated. And now you can have it. You can create. You can be more creative.
So my interesting chatter is that I've taken a break from my career. I run a school for underprivileged children, you know, so it's a village school. So just that it's never enough, you know, because you always need to receive fund or raise funds and blah blah blah. So relaxing into it is a conversation for me, which I'm accepting now.
Prayers
That
can add to my life because if you're doing only one or two things, you'll get burnt out very quickly.
right.
It's not just one thing at a time, right? What
Mm-hmm.
many more things can I add to my life that I could do this and be this and here and all. And humanoids are never going to be happy with just one thing at a time or two things at best. You need more. You need to keep adding to your life.
Perfect. That makes sense. Thank you.
And that'll be a lot of hard work if you're doing only one thing and boredom. And then you'll feel exhausted. And then you'll only be like, okay, you know, there's a lull phase. Yeah, because you're probably enjoying the lull phase. So what's underneath this lull phase? I'm just bored. I don't want to do this. You laughed.
Yeah.
So we're starting, the actual class is starting from the coming week. We were just looking forward to having more people in the batch. We have one or two people. So we just are looking out for more people who would be courageous enough to plunge and commit themselves to for a close to 2.5 months journey or 3 months. We don't know. It may take longer, whatever, but are you willing to? Every aspect of it would be peeled and you will be intimidated because access classes are not here to make you feel comfortable. It's about intimidating you and taking you beyond your comfort zone. So it will be hard hitting. So are you willing to? Or are you resisting? So thank you so much for being on this call, and we'll put the recording, of course. And if you know anybody who would like to be a part of this journey, do let us know. And those who have done the money workbook with me, they get a half price. I mean, who've been there with me earlier on this journey of advanced money workbook. So thank you for being on this call. Have
Thank you.
a weekend. Thank you so much. See you.